Hello everyone, this is Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. I am having a heck of a time making this video today. The lighting is going bad and I'm just messing up my words. So bear with me because I'm ready to give up. It is bright and early, just past 7 o'clock this morning. I wanted to get up and get a good start on the day. I am actually having a nesting day. And actually, if you're not familiar with why I call them nesting days, it's because there are times that I just take some time off and to kind of rejuvenate and re-energize myself. And those are the days that I just kind of tune out the rest of the world. Don't really do much of anything except crocheting and binge watching. And sometimes I have a list of things that I want to get done, and I do that at a leisurely pace. But basically, there's no schedule of any kind. I just take my time. I put on my comfortable clothes, and and I just bum around the house. So today is day one of my nesting day. I have a lot to show you and a lot to talk about. October really was very productive. I had a lot on my mind going on in my family, and I was just a busy bee. And it's good for the soul to keep yourself busy. I tell you, that really does work. But November has rolled around and I have even more things to get done. So let me show you what we've done. So first of all, the challenge that Terry from the Honest Crochet Ideas and I are doing, the hashtag Let's Give It Another Try. That one is due November 19th. And of course, all of you can participate. Just get your project that you're redoing, or trying once again, get that done and send us a picture of it in the email, either to Terry or to myself. Or if you have a podcast, just show it on your podcast. So we're both of us are going to be also redoing something that we failed at. I want to give it another try. I am redoing a rug, and I have made progress with it. Let's put it that way, because I'm kind of behind and I need to get it out there. And November 19th is right around the corner. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a rug in the squares that I did the braided stitch in, which I fell in love with this stitch. There we go with the lighting again. Good heavens. Just excuse it. Maybe it'll go away. But anyway, I showed you, I only had at the last time I showed you these, I only had maybe like three squares done. So I added a couple more. Here's another one in the green. Here's a purple one. Here's a red one. Oh, look how that's coming out. Ooh, the lighting is horrible right now. Here we go. In a lighter purple, like a lavender. And a teal. And a burgundy. Hold on, guys. So, I had to take off my sweater because I think I was helping create this color problem. But anyway, I am doing a rug, and it's going to be 4 rows of 3. It's going to be a small rug that I'm going to put into one of the bathrooms, the spare bathrooms downstairs. So I am short. I have 4 more squares. So I'm trying to do different colors so I can just kind of, lay them out in some random colors of 3s. And then I'm going to use, I am seriously thinking either using black as a binder around them, or I'm going to use a navy blue. Now, both of them are pretty similar when you look at it, right? A royal navy blue is kind of dark from a distance. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. Maybe the navy blue. And then I'll show you off the finished project. Hopefully next time we see, or the next two videos, I should be done. So I did get a lot done on that. Really happy with it. One day I would love to do a larger area rug for my room in this kind of a stitch, because if you notice, it is quite thick. It's solid. So yeah, for my room, but right now that's a lot of work. So let's see what's next. Oh yes, my Frankenstein scrap granny square blanket. That's a mouthful to say. So I have made progress on it. I actually binded it together. I did say in my last video that I was going to, or I should say the last time I showed this, that I was probably going to put it aside, but you know what? I had this big stack of this granny squares that I put together in strips, and I thought, you know what? Let me just put these strips together. And as I looked at it, I thought, you know, I still have one more strip that I need to add on that I haven't finished. So I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to do a nice border around it. And the border is going to be quite noticeable. It's not just going to be 1 or 2 rows. I'm going to do more of them, so that navy blue will pop even more. So let me show you what I have finished. I binded it, and I think it looks fantastic. I love it. I know that a lot of people thought that this is going to be crazy looking, but this is what I did with it. Look how, I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm not even finished with it, but do you see the navy blue, which is actually coming out from a distance like black, but it is a nice navy blue. It really brings out the colors. And once I do completely around it, and I still have my ends to do, and you know, a couple rows of the border, and I'm trying to think of what kind of a border I want. I think it's going to really pop. So right now, this is what I got. It pretty much not bad. I think I just have that one row, do another strip, and the only reason I'm doing that because I had extra squares. I don't want it to go to waste, so I think I have to add on like 2 more squares to the strip, and then I'm done. Which I have one started here that I haven't finished. I'm just waiting for some scraps. Can you believe I have no scraps? I literally use up all my scraps as I'm going, or I've been going with this project. So I think I should pretty much be done. I really like how this has come out so far. And then when I add that border yet, I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to put this on my navy blue couches downstairs, and I think it's going to be great. I am still, you know, my other ones are I did them in the small squares, and they're solid. So I wonder how that's going to come out. I seen something similar that Angela from Yarn and Yarns did. I seen one of her blankets. She makes a lot, but she knits them. And I seen one on her couches. She has a lot of them on her couches. And they were like these small little squares, quite small, and in different colors. And I really liked how that looked. So I thought, let me do a scrap one like that too. So this is part of my 12 cast-ons from this past winter. But I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this year. And this is only part 1. There's still that part 2. So far, I am really happy with it. I think it's going to look really nice. I mean, look at that. I like it. The navy blue is popping, guys. Popping. Anyway, let me roll up closer. So, like I said, I have been extremely busy. And I took on probably a little bit more than I can chew, and which is a normal thing for me. I always take on more than I can chew. I always end up making a bigger list than what is necessary. So anyway, on top of a lot of the things that I'm doing, I've also decided to participate in the Operation Christmas Child, which we do this every year anyway. But this year, I've had this great idea that I was going to crochet some items to put into here, like maybe some games or some toys, you know, things like that, that I could add to the box that was a personal touch of something that I made. Definitely, Jane from Scraptastic gave me, I'm sorry, another interruption. Just like I said, like Jane from Scraptastic Yarns has actually given me a lot of ideas with her game that she made and crocheted, and also I had this idea. Let me crochet some balls in here. Let me crochet some that game, you know, a tic-tac-toe game, and maybe a headband for a little girl, and I'm like, you know, I had all these great ideas, but then all this other stuff happened, And now I'm not so sure if I'm going to be able to make something, but I'm going to try. So we always have do 2 boxes if I would like to do a little personal touch and crochet something for them. So that's 2 things. And that's also due, I believe, the last day is the 19th. So yeah. So then I had another great idea. And it is a great idea. But you know what? Before I tell you that great idea, let me show you something else. Oh yes, the baby hats. So you know I have been trying to fill up my box for Care to Knit or organization. Good Lord. Let me say that again. Care to Knit organization. And I am doing a box for them. And I have shown you the other hats I've done. Now the thing with baby hats, I believe I have, let me count how many I have, 5, 10, 15, 20, 26. I have 31 hats so far. And you can fit a lot of hats in a box, especially baby hats. So I have a small box too. You know, I kind of save these, I reuse all my boxes I get. I had a small box. I said, that's perfect for baby hats. Let me throw some in there because I know you can do at least 65 to 70 in that box. So I counted, I only have like 36 and I still have lots of room to go in there. So I had these and I lost my label for that yarn. But it is from Hobby Lobby. It is that small, it's not a dollop, but it's the one that comes in the 3 rows. And it comes usually almost like what I would call an ombre. One row is the light, then it's a medium, then the next shade, and then the next shade. So it's 3 colors of, let's say, pink, but it's 3 different shades. Now I don't remember what that was called. I can't find the tag that I saved aside like I do when I use up the yarn. So I'm just going to show you. I actually made 6 hats out of that. So here's that. It came with a pink. Then I had some scrap that I kind of just made a top with it and some pink. Then the next color, see, I had some leftover pink, the light pink. Then I made the next shade of pink of hats. And then the deep, deep pink. So here's my side. There's 6 of these. I put them in. I thought maybe this would be it. But then I realized that I can fit like 70 hats in this box. So I still have a lot more to go before I mail that box off. But I did get these off. All this came from those 3 little rows that came in that kit. I can't think of that name for the life of me. It's not a dollop. It's the other one. And I bought it like it was one of those clearance. And I think it was this year's because last year's I believe it was brown, green, and yellow combo. This time it was the pinks. So I think I spent maybe, I want to say 79 to 90 cents on that whole thing. It was something like that. It was like 99 cents for that. And I got this much out of it. So I think that's pretty doggone good. So that's going to go in a box to Care to Knit. And like I said, we're at 36, which is going to go a lot more than that. All right, now for the final thing. Now this is what has kind of threw off all my plans this month because I you know, for a long time, you know, I always say that you know, we just moved here. Well, it's been a year and a half and I need to stop saying that. But we came from Chicago. And in Chicago, you know, my ministry was pretty well established there. The Crocheting Ministry was established. We had a couple people that were just delivery people. And they would hand deliver a lot of these items. So when you deliver something in your car, you can deliver 50, 60 Afghans if that's what you want because you can fit a lot in your car. And then also we were mailing things out. When you mail the things out, you can only fit so much in a box without it becoming too expensive, right? Because there's like that limit. You can put a big box and but you can only fit so many Afghans in there. So we really always loved doing the deliveries in the local areas, right? When we moved out here, I kind of wondered. I didn't know the area here. I didn't know what were the charities. I didn't know where to go to do that. And I know I've wanted to kind of become a charity, a ministry that serves its community. And since we've moved here, I've only been mailing things out. I haven't really found anywhere to deliver, in the neighborhood. So I spent a couple days just sending out, kind of like Googling, charities and asking people around, what are the charities around here, giving me some names. And I ended up sending out emails to them, hey, I am here. How can I serve you? How can I serve this community? What can I make for you? Would you be interested in us, crocheting some items? And you know what? I've done that in Chicago and nobody's ever answered me. I think I had once someone actually make a request for something and they just, I think it's just huge. Cities are huge and there are multitude of things to take care of and problems to take care of and multitude of people to take care of. And, and emails just get lost and you just kind of choose maybe more of importance than, I don't know, I'm just making an excuse for them, I guess. But out here, I really did not expect an answer. I got some answers. and I got some answers and it ended up being where, hey, sure, we'll take some hats and scarves. Like 85. And for Christmas. So you're thinking Christmas is the 25th. But, hello, brain. You have to get these done way before so they can pass them out and, because places are closed for Christmas. So I am right now in the process of making hats and scarves for a children's organization out here that helps them with before school and after school program. And it's a before school and after school program for lower income families. And they actually help them with their studies and give them breakfast and a meal after school, and just a really good organization to have. And so I need to get like 85 sets of hats and scarves, which, believe it or not, is not such a big deal. You can kind of whip them out. I asked Terry, right? I said, Terry, you got any extra hats and scarves that you don't know what to do with? And of course, she's like my knight in shining armor. She comes to my rescue all the time. And she's like, oh yeah, I got a whole box. Good old Terry. So that box is coming in, and I made some already. It's actually going a lot faster than what I thought. So I'm going to show you the ones I have done. And I'm just going to put it out there. And if any of you have some hats or scarves for children that you don't know what to do with and you want to send some my way, okay, I am not going to turn you down. I appreciate all the help. So let me show you. And then also I'm stealing an idea. And I'm telling you I'm stealing it, but I'm going to give the person credit for having me steal that. But I've watched Jane from Scraptastic when she did her hats and scarves, and she put them, this is how she packaged them, like inside each other. Like, I never ever thought of doing that. I've done many hats and scarves, and I never put them inside the hats. So I thought, what a fantastic, and that's how she packaged them. So that's what I'm doing. So Jane, thank you for the idea. I am using your idea. The woman is an experienced ministry volunteer. So here's a hat that I did not make this hat. This hat came from part of the donation of yarn that I received from Donna Inman. If you watch my last, and this was in there. So I just washed it and I made a scarf with it. Okay, and I'm doing my scarves because there are children in elementary levels. Now I'm not sure if I should go wider or not. I'm doing different sizes to see what works. This one, if you look, it's just that I was double crocheting in the back loop on both, so it came out like this ridged look. And I'm doing them 15 stitches across, no more than 20, so I'm kind of experimenting, trying to do a variety. But this is just so I matched this up. I had some yarn in it. Oh look, oh, I messed it up. So I matched these up. So this is one that's finished. And that's going to go. Look, I messed it up. I had it done really nice. And now I can't get it back in there. Okay, so that's one set that's going. And then I had my puzzle yarn. Now, all my puzzle yarn that I bought, I originally had plans to make cardigans for my daughter and myself. I thought, I love puzzle yarn. But, you know what? I can get puzzle yarn anytime. And one of the problems I find in having ministry that we have plenty of hats for girls, but we hardly ever make any for the boys. We're trying to find colors that, besides brown, black, and blue, for them. So when I saw, I believe, what is this color? Is this, not Crossroads, is this, it's not Dominoes. What is this? Backgammon. This is backgammon. Oops, it's coming out so dark. You can't see the blues. See the blues? This is the, because it's black on this part. But here's your blues. The reds. And more blues. Oh, here you go. And you see the reds. Yeah. So I love this yarn, and I love how it's coming out, where I have actually several different, variations of the hat for the boys. And I'm doing the hats in just a double crochet or a single crochet, but I'm giving them all a brim also. Here's another one that I matched up, and I think it looks pretty okay. This is the everyday yarn that I love so much that Terry gave me, and she gave me some scraps of it. I really love it. I made this hat, and then I did just a basic double crochet. I think this is a burgundy scrap that I had, so I matched them up. Just a solid color. Here's another part of the backgammon. It's coming out really dark, but it's not as dark. There's some reds in there. Here, see, there you go. You see the reds and blues, and this time I gave it a border just to experiment. I also went around when I did this one, and I gave it a single crochet border all the way around. This one is more blues. So I feel like that. I love that I had the backgammon, and I think that's something different for the boys. Now this is a teal, and I'm trying to think of what is this yarn. It was also did not have a tag, and also all of my hats will look like this. It's a single crochet or a double crochet with a brim like this, a ribbed. And I had not a lot of the teal left, so I kind of combined it with this. They call this mustard, but I do not think this is mustard. I think mustard is a little bit more brownish, but this one isn't. Well, maybe it is. It depends what kind. And I did it in the bead stitch because I really kind of like the bead stitch. And then I just double crocheted on the bottom. So I think that came out good. I think that will look good. I think it looks good with this. For a little girl. So right there it's 2, 4, 6. These are the 6 that I have done. I have still more in the wash that I did not take out. Here's another of the backgammon, and you see this one's a little bit different. It's got the gray part of it and the burgundy. So these are my hats, and they're not super big. They're coming out big because I'm holding up close. Sorry about that. I'm trying to manage this color that keeps popping up, but I think it's because it's too early in the morning and there's not enough natural light coming in because it's very cloudy. It's raining out there. I just took my daughter to work, and it is like amazing how fast the leaves fall. Unbelievably. Oh my goodness, we are 24 minutes into this. I need to end this before you all have fallen asleep probably on me. But anyway, this is what I'm doing. What I have done so far, this is my day 1. I think I had a good start. I have a couple more in the wash that I have finished. The hats and scarves are going pretty fast. Not bad at all. Terry's box should be here soon, so I'm going to show you what and then what we do is we just match up the You know, if you have hats, I just match up, excuse me, the colors as best as I can, and I'll make a scarf. Or if you have a scarf, then I'll match up my hat, excuse me, with it. So that's what I'm planning. So I think that's about all that I have for you today. That's all I got time for anyway, because you guys are falling asleep on me probably. So anyway, that's the end of my day one nesting day. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I did put on some lipstick, but I didn't put on any makeup. I probably look tired, but that's okay. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time for day 2. All right, bye-bye.